February is Black History Month, which is a great time to watch Black stories through movies, TV shows, and historical biopics. Already, there's great films on legends like Ray Charles, Tina Turner, Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks. But now there's even more coming to the big screen. They're part of a boom in Black biopics. Some of the lives of historical figures that are currently in production or already in theaters include Bob Marley, Martin Luther King Jr., Shirley Chisholm, and Michael Jackson. Joining us now, Katia Woods. She's a movie critic and entertainment journalist. Katia, thanks for being with us. What would you say is driving this boom in Black biopics?
I think there's a whole new generation that didn't grow up with a lot of these legends in their television and just in school. So this is a great way to be an opening great to introduce these characters, these legends, these historical figures to a new generation.
Katia, let's expand on this. What's the appetite right now for Black biopics, and who can we expect to see in these audiences?
I mean, you see obviously older people who want to, nostalgia, and also are fans of the actors, like as Coleman Domingo playing Nat King Cole. He is an actor right now that's on the rise, that is becoming more mainstream. And also that older generation will bring a younger generation of viewers with them to the theaters, and again, be that opening gate to introduce them to these legends.
I'm curious, are more studios also interested in developing more of these biopics? And what's the expected return on investment for the movie studios themselves?
Absolutely. You're looking right now with the Bob Marley film. Right now, it doesn't really have any competition. It came out this month. Dune doesn't come out until next month. So it is the primary thing to see, and it's already made back its money. So you have an actor like Kingsley starring in the starring role, and he exactly is not a mainstream actor yet, so you didn't have to pay as much to get him to play the lead. The budget was pretty chill, and you also had the family's involvement. So with that alone, you can expect to see that type of formula repeated.
Katia, biopics are often very emotional because audiences, to your point, can really feel connected to these legends. Do biopics, though, typically lead to more acting nominations for the big awards?
Yes, the Academy does love biographies and that type of thing. Again, speaking of Coleman Domingo, he is nominated as a Best Actor and for an Academy Award in the film Rustin, and he played Bayard Rustin. So, of course, those type of films are definitely, if well made and well acted, can lead to nominations and critical acclaim.
And lastly, what does a press run look like for Black biopics? Should there be more PR hype?
Well, usually what they're doing, what they're getting better at, this is where diversity and inclusion is understanding that people of color, in this particular case, Black people, disseminate information a little bit differently. So you're going to see the talk radio run where you see, something like where you look at more urban radio. You also are going to get digital, where you're looking at The Root, The Griot, those type of outlets. And then you also have Black media in terms of newspapers, like the one that I write for here in Philadelphia, which is the Philadelphia Tribune. So you have all those types of components together. And then you also make stops such in cities like Atlanta and DC, which are traditional, media hotbeds, at the same time have a large Black population.
Yeah, you gotta meet people where they are. Entertainment journalist Katia Woods, thank you, and we'll see you at the movies.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, be well.